Welcome to the Games Revealed Weekly News. This is James. I'm here to bring you in another great week of news, and it's kind of a good week. It's kind of a very sad week in some ways, and so we'll get into that. But here's a little sneak peek. A great game dev dies, Valheim to be knocked down from the top, Xbox Game Pass getting an upgrade, and Harvest Moon is dirt flavored. And that's why you gotta listen and watch the whole video to get everything, and maybe at the end I'll give you a little bit of a fun little surprise. With that, before we get into it, go get yourself some Dogecoin because it's the hot new thing. The dog is with us. We're going to go to the moon, and this is not investment advice, but it's fun. Be a part of the fun party of Dogecoin. Now, as always, there are links below in the description, so if you want to go deeper into one of these topics, you can find a link down there and go to the article, and let's get into it. Now with that, there's two sad articles. One of them is really not that sad. It's just sad because if you're a crypto miner and want to make a little extra bucks off your PS5, it is a sad piece of news. For me, it was. I don't have a PS5, but I'm like, this would make me want to get a PS5. So about a week ago, there was some news saying that you could hack your PS5 and get about 99 mega hashes per second. I believe that's how those initials are, that abbreviation that is. And that's hundreds of dollars a month that you could be earning off your PS5 if you hacked it. It was a hoax. I believe it was done by some Chinese guy, and yeah. It's a hoax, though. Right now, you can't do it. Now, that being said, doesn't mean that there's not a way out there in the dark web or wherever, because the internet's large. But you should be. You might be able to in the near future. Might be worth it. Don't know. On to the truly sad news. The gaming industry is mourning this week as we lost the legend. Gordon Hall died at 51. And he was the Rockstar Leeds founder, and condolences to the family and friends and loved ones. It's always sad to see someone go at such a young age, and hopefully we can remember him in the future when we play all the great games that he was involved in, which was ports for like Max Payne Game Boy Advance version. He was involved in the Grand Theft Auto Chinatown game, and so it's sad time when someone dies at a fairly young age of 51. Now on to the next piece of news. Loop Hero is the next big game. Watch out, Valheim, because it's going to be coming for your lunch because it's on the rise. Valheim's done really well. It's made potentially up to $100 million plus, and Loop Hero is on tracks to overtake it soon with the Steam charts. At least that's what Steam says. And so if you don't know what it is, which I didn't know what it was until this week, it is a strategy RPG with a roguelike twist to it, and it looked like it had some dungeon building in it. It looked really fun. I think we plan on doing a podcast so you can see what we think of it and maybe even get yourself your own take on it. And see if you want to play it, because it is very weird. It's like an 8-bit style game. It's old school, which just kind of seems like it's back in right now. I mean, it has been with the for a while, but these are titles that are just making. It really shows that the indie scene is alive and well. So indie developers, which includes myself. and everyone, Mooser, Shagwa, everyone here, it looks like it's game time to build indie games. So thank you, Loop Hero and Valheim, for showing us the way. And yeah, on to the next piece of news, which is the most exciting one for me, even though I probably will never get this. And it's a little sad for PlayStation and Sony fans because, Bethesda being acquired by Microsoft is going to be making, sounds like, some other games exclusive, probably a lot of their games exclusive, at the very least time exclusive to Microsoft. All I have to say is Sony did it first. I don't know if they did it first, but Sony is really bad at having exclusives, so I don't see it being really any different. But the Xbox Game Pass will be getting 20 amazing games from Bethesda. This is definitely going to make the pass worth it. It's definitely going to make it the most valuable piece, I think, that you could get. So if you want to bang for your buck, you get yourself an Xbox Series S, and you get yourself a Game Pass, and you're going to be set for years. You're not going to be wanting anything else except for maybe some food. But what is coming is Dishonored Definitive Edition, Dishonored 2, Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64, Doom Eternal, Elder Scrolls 3, 4, 5, Online, Evil Within, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Fallout New Vegas, Prey, Rage 2, Wolfenstein The New Order, The Old Blood, Young Blood. And that's an awesome list. Really, those games are awesome. And I mean, they all range from the past 30 years. 30 years of gaming right there Bethesda has been a part of, with id Software being in there. It's an awesome pack. Make sure to go, if you have an Xbox, to go get the Game Pass. I definitely recommend it, especially with that being added to it. I've liked it in the past. I usually tend to buy my games, and I already own probably all... Yeah, I own all those games already, so I don't need the pass, but I definitely recommend it if you are missing out on any of those games. On to the next piece. This is a fun one. Japanese commercials will teach you about hunting in Monster Hunter Rise. And Japanese commercials are always fun. I enjoy the silly and sometimes creepy and sometimes just bizarre commercials, but they have pretty much just teaching you how to be better at Monster Hunter Rise. I'm gonna go watch them because I'm not good at that game. So I will, when I get done with this, I will watch it, and you should too. On to the last piece of what I consider top news, and this one's maybe should be at the top because Todd Howard has finally admitted by saying there was very little we didn't screw up on with the Fallout 76 launch, and ranging from, not having a good collector's edition that had very big issues with with sets in the collector's edition, and just Fallout 76 alone wasn't an amazing game. It's like Fallout 4 and a co-op game. I don't know what co-op game does this, but like had a baby and didn't want to have any Fallout in it, except for maybe some assets from Fallout 4. But from my understanding, Fallout 76 has gotten a lot better. I will get back into it one day and maybe let you guys know. So, on to announcements. Subnautica Below Zero gets a finish date of May 14th, and that makes me excited because I love that franchise. I love diving down into the deep oceans of the scary world of Subnautica because everything freaks me out in there. And once it gets dark, I definitely feel that I'm afraid of the ocean. And there's a big phobia there for me, apparently. And well, let's dive back into it because I played it and it was fun. I have to replay it because when it's in the early access, every couple of months, your single player game is invalidated by the new updates. So I'll be playing it fresh. And I recommend that you do too because it's a great game. And another announcement, Outer Worlds Murder Mystery DLC is coming next week. So today's the 13th of March, 2021. And we're going to be getting the Outer Worlds Mystery DLC. And it's a mystery to me, but I'm excited because I like the Outer Worlds. I think it's good. It's from the creators of Fallout New Vegas. So, of course, it's going to be great. And if you're excited for that, then mention it in the comments because we're kindred spirits. On to reviews. Harvest Moon review. It didn't go so well, and this is a little snippet from IGN. At the heart of Harvest Moon, one world is an interesting twist on farming sims, but its bland, soulless world kills all potential with a score of 5. And the Metascore from Metacritic is 62 with a user score of 4.3. It's not really out yet fully, from my understanding. So take the user score with a grain of salt, but it does not sounding very good. It's sounding very bland. It's sounding like you're eating dirt. If you like the taste of that type of stuff, go for it. It is on Switch. Quick news. Let's get into quick news. Some good stuff. PS5 is the fastest selling console in the US history for dollar sales. That being said, I mean, half the cells, probably half the PS5s that are out there are in scalpers' hands. So if they're not being used, does it really count? I don't know. I mean, I think every console generation has had the fastest selling consoles, it feels like, and so like this is just an obvious one. But I also do feel like Sony kind of introduced some false sense of supply issues, which it might exist, might not. I think we've gotten some news saying that it might be more false than not. Also, speaking of Sony, and this maybe puts them back on a better field. Sony files patents to turn household items into PlayStation controllers, including bananas. Now I can take my black bananas and actually have a purpose for them. They might have a little bit of mold on them, and they might be a little squishy, but I can play some Grand Theft Auto and just squish and squish. I can feel the dead bodies through the banana, and I can just control, not a dead body, but you know, I can feel the squishiness with the black banana, whatever that means. But Watchdogs Legion multiplayer is delayed indefinitely on PC, so that could be next year, that could be never, who knows. Hopefully you weren't hoping for this on PC. I don't really care about the Watchdog series being multiplayer, so it doesn't bother me, but it does suck that they promised it and then now it's indefinitely delayed. The second Monster Hunter Rise demo is out now. You can find it on the Switch. You can now play 2D Minecraft in the Minecraft chat window, so if you like Minecraft and you like meta games, you can now open up your chat window and play 2D Minecraft. Which is just, it's cool when developers do this type of stuff. So shout out to you guys for making this awesome. Love hearing these types of little, it's almost like an Easter egg to me. I love it. Sucker Punch is looking for a multiplayer programmers for Ghost of Tsushima 2. So meaning they're going to be putting some more focus onto multiplayer in the second one, which the first one has a good multiplayer. So here's to hoping that they do much better in this second one, because the first one was great, and that's going to mean that we're going to get even better. So they're definitely looking like they're putting their focus in a right place. Fallout New Vegas mod restores cut NPCs to the strip. Now, this is one of the issues with Fallout New Vegas, and if you listen to our podcast, you might actually hear our gripe about this, is that when you get into the actual Las Vegas city, which is very dead. Let's just say there's not a lot of NPCs and not a lot of people in this lively area that should be partying all the time. No, it feels very dead. It feels very vacant. It's really weird, and maybe that's what they meant to do. But a modder restored some of the disabled NPCs in the area, and it looks like they were planning on doing more NPCs. They cut it maybe because atmosphere, performance, who knows. But now you can get the mod and get a little bit better experience in your New Vegas playthrough. And then finally, just a little news item from Gizmodo. And it's more of a piece on like packaging was a work of art back in the 90s and early 2000s, where if you got the game, you'd be getting a piece of art that you could open up and keep with you. And I have a couple of pieces of art back there where it's just the game box, and they're just beautiful. And the way that you could open up some of them, in that article, the Gizmodo article, you can look to see what some of the cool works of art that were back in the day. Because back then when you bought games, you were buying not only the game but also just works of art. So I agree with that article. It's a little sad, but today's work of art for me is I can download a game in 10 minutes. So it's a nice trade-off in some ways. So that has been the news for the week. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comments below. If we missed something, let us know in the comments below. If you love us or me, comment down below. And with that, like the video, dislike it, maybe, but really probably like it, and then bash that the sub button, but also the bell with your crowbar to get more additional information from us in the future, as we love making these videos. And once again, if you want to wear a piece of us, but not really a piece of us, but kind of a piece of us. You can go to shopbunnystrike.com and get t-shirts, mugs with both our faces or the logos of all the great stuff that we're a part of, which is including Games Revealed and Bunny Strike, which is our indie game studio. And once again, this is James signing out of the Games Revealed Weekly News. That was brought to you by Bunny Strike Studios. Thank you and have a great week. Later, guys.